What is up, guys and girls? July 5th, I have done everything possible to do something other than ride my bike, and I have failed. I did get in some good stretching, core work, errands, and I've been really trying to do Uber. I just can't. I can't do some of these trips. If it's not priority, then it's just dog shit. I don't understand. And you know, when you gotta drive 30 minutes to someone and then you drive them 100 miles and you get paid 90, I can't. Especially when it's 90 miles back. So $90 for 200 miles equivalent, more than 200 miles with pickup. I can't do these trips. But then again, I have to do something, and the only thing I have is the bike. And I am incredibly unhappy from yesterday. Just trying everything I could to make decent money and picking up people at 5 p.m. already completely hammered and drunk. I can't stand drunk people, and I'm probably gonna have to go and work in a restaurant with drunk people, and it's stressing me out now already. Yeah, I don't know. I have to try to stay busy because this is like a desert of...
And it really sucks being in this loop of basically exercise for mental health, but then I get tired, which then hurts my mental health probably more than the actual exercise helps. But there's literally nothing else. I can't just sit in a house. So I usually use Uber to keep myself busy. But I get depressed more when I take rides where I know I'm not making any money or breaking even. Or just not, you know your value in a way. And when you know you're not close to what your real value is that you're giving, it's really disheartening. And so I guess I'd rather just decline all of these rides or just drive down the Coeur d'Alene where the rates are better, because this is a joke here. I've never been in a town where there are 0 drivers and I'm the only one here driving on Uber, and there's no Lyft drivers. And I know why there's no drivers here. Because you would just be giving your time and your car and you're giving rides for charity. That's the only way to describe it. I don't know. This is a tough day. Yesterday was pretty good with the group ride, but the rest of it is just, it's like I'm in hell. And but it's just me. It's only me in hell. It really makes me question what any of this whole point is of living, because, you know, when I'm dead, no one's gonna remember me. So then it makes me think like, I wish it could just speed up the process to that point. You know, I think a big thing is, I wish I could just figure myself out, because this is not like a not beautiful area. There's the lake, there's these great back roads for riding. Coeur d'Alene has like a good group of people to ride with, it seems, at least a couple times a week, which is way better than Tahoe ever had, just because everyone there was so transient. And yet, I'm here in North Idaho. I think everything would be clicking in and great if I just didn't have this overwhelming sense of loneliness, which then makes everything feel pointless. Also, being in your hometown kind of sucks coming back, and you know that you'd never be able to actually afford a house here where you were born. And so you start questioning where you could really belong. And I would really have no clue. I thought also that this place might be less political, but boy, the Trump paraphernalia is just everywhere. It almost feels a little bit too patriotic coming from California, where I think everyone in Tahoe, at least California, they kind of hate the Democrat Party, they hate Trump, and so we're all united in our hatred. But here, there's this fascination with Trump, and like, he's the second coming of Jesus, and I hate American politics. I'm not really a fan of America in general. I think it serves some people very well, and it's a fantastic country to live in. Probably the best country in the world to live in. But if you're not doing that great, other countries tend to take care of the middle class and those who are struggling. Some people have a golden parachute, but those most vulnerable have zero parachute, in my opinion. But you know the saying, wherever you go, you are. And so maybe wherever I am, I'm just incapable of being happy because I'm always there. And until that ceases, there will be no happiness. Like, I can fake it, which gets me by most of the time. But yeah, it's rough. You go from, you know, California, people have big homes, they have multiple ones. I come here, people have big homes, they got multiple ones. They've got RVs and like Sprinter vans. And it's tough to see people with so much, and you're like, I would just like one roof that called my own. But I don't think housing is really for everyone. To have your own space, I feel it's gonna have to be going back into the car. And yeah, I might not have that soon. And if that goes, then these videos will cease, and probably I will as well. You know, riding your bike, you have a lot of time to think about topics, I guess. And I keep thinking about why I can't seem to settle my nerves, anxiety, find any kind of like meaningful happiness or like continuous at least. And I think it comes down to purpose. Like, if I was going to leave advice for someone, it might be find one purpose and pursue it. Because when you go through life and you have none, that's when I think your sadness or depression can really just kick in. And I guess I've just gone through this life for so long without really any true purpose. And it's just kind of like, I don't know if it's a selfish existence or what, but you know, I haven't given anything to society. I don't know what I've taken. I've probably taken, but I just haven't given anything back, really. You know, I've just kind of worked and existed and, I don't know, I guess taking care of myself as best I could, which isn't good enough. But yeah, I don't even have any kind of life lesson other than don't lose your kids and maybe don't get married to the wrong person. Other than that, I mean, I'm just kind of pointless here. I suppose that is why I like the YouTube creation, because it is some kind of purpose or maybe some kind of value putting out into the world. It causes me more stress than it's probably worth. Well, I know it's more stress than it's worth, but at least it's like something that I'm creating, and I don't create really anything else of value in the world. Maybe like driving people around, I guess, as that's valuable. I guess to the person in the car it is. And I wonder, do you just have to continually put value into the world, or try to, and then you'll get value back? I'm trying to just think about the equation of how much value do you have to put into the world before you get the value back. There's people working 2-3 jobs and they're just barely making it paycheck to paycheck, which in reality would be paychecks to paychecks. And I don't feel like they're getting their value back from their effort. So I suppose there's more of us trying to put more value into the world than what we're receiving. And then there's others putting less value and then getting maximum values on their return. That's for the privileged, for sure. You know, of course, I'm just joking about all this. It's just a GIF. I love adding more value to Uber's stock, so that way some shareholder can profit more money than I'll ever see in my lifetime through my 65 hours worth of working. That's a real value that I can give. Because without mega corporations and shareholders in the stock market, where would we be? Probably back in the Stone Ages. So it's just good to be able to give back in that way. And life is so good and grand. And it's just this is just like a big joke. It's all a big in joke.